to the Black Leather Eyes channel. Jason here. Alright, so I thought I'd jump on to this heavy metal tag. The Metal Tag 2024, started by Marty and Alan over at the Metallurgy channel. So, got the questions here in front of me. Let's give it a rattle. Here, this is what we're listening to. The Warning album from 1982. I'm sure there's some pungent stench fans that may know this record. Alright, so let's see. Okay, first question. Name a release you're eagerly anticipating in 2024. Honestly, there's not much that I can think of straight off the bat. I don't tend to follow stuff that way or whatever. But I've done a quick Google to see what was coming out, and I'm still none the wiser. But there is a new Obsessed record, which is coming out this year, so I'll more than likely lend my ears to it, because I like it. Obsessed. This is the debut on Hellhound Records. I know this one had a reissue, which is supposed to sound really good. I haven't heard it, but yeah, the new Obsessed record. So it's question one. Number two, Chinese New Year. 24 is the year of the dragon. Show off an album either inspired by or containing dragons on the cover. First one instantly came to mind was Intermission by Dio, but I'm going to show this. Brave New World by Discharge. Jesus Christ. Now, I can't say that I'm the, there's the boys, a diehard Discharge fan, right? But I do like Discharge, like quite a bit of their stuff, right? But I can only imagine when this one came out, it broke a lot of hearts. There must have been glue sniffing punks all over the UK ready to kill and just break shit over how upset they were when this album came out. Sometimes referred to as their cold lake. But you know what? This record, apart from the vocals sounding like it's somebody taking the piss out of Lenny Wolf from Kingdom Come, it's the music on this it's got some tasty sort of riffs and a sort of garagey, Sabbathy sounding parts. But yeah, those vocals. You have to feel sorry for the guitar player in this, because apparently he joined the band just before this album to do the rehearsals. So when he heard the vocal style they were going for in this, he must have just went, "What the fuck's going on?" Right? The vocals sort of remind me as well of that Demon Flight album that came out in the early 80s on Metal Blade, and maybe like the first Live and Death record or something like that. You know, the early Live and Death stuff. But the vocals are fucking mental on this. I don't actually hate this record though, so. But this must have caused some shit when it came out. People go, "What the fuck are they doing?" But yeah, Dragon, and yeah, Brave New World by Discharge. What is your favourite album that you acquired in 23? Picked up a few that I've wanted for years. I just thought I'd show this one because we listened to it quite recently as well. So I got this one last year, obviously. So this is Vault and Sword of Steel. So I love the first Vault record. Band from the Netherlands, I think. Yeah. But this one was they recorded this album. They signed with Mausoleum Records, recorded this for the label. The label went tits up, bankrupt, and it was shelved, and it didn't come out properly. Good physical release of it until 2000s, the early 2000s, 2002 or something maybe. Something like that. There's 500 of them made. This is 341. But this is more streamlined into that 80s heavy metal sound than the debut album, and it's a fantastic heavy metal record. Yeah, that's Vault, Sword of Steel. So I've wanted that for a while, and yeah, I finally picked it up last year. So yeah, Vault. Was there a title in 23 that you were satisfied to purchase digitally? not on physical media, and why? No, I've never bought anything digitally. I bought a few things on Bandcamp where you get a free download of the record or the album or something, but I never bothered my arse with them. But no, I never did digitally downloaded or purchased anything digitally, so can't answer that one. Show an album that usually doesn't match the cover. What about this one? Bastard. Back to the Nature. So I blind bought this many moons ago, and this is from 1977. Look at that cover, right? So I seen this and was like, oh please let this be some real snotty, loud, nasty proto metal sound or something. And look, the boys are all hurry in the back. But no, it's not. This is quite middle of the road hard rock. Let's get some tasty guitar playing on it, solos and stuff, but it's not what was screaming out to me from this cover. So yeah, that's Bastard. Back to the Nature, not even Back to Nature, but Back to the Nature. Yeah, Bastard. Who's the metal artist that you own the most items by? This is question 5. No, question 6. Who's the metal artist that you own most items by? And it has to be Black Sabbath. This is We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. And it's not because I'm not a completist, I don't have everything Black Sabbath ever done. There's Tony Martin here, stuff that I don't own, some of it. I didn't buy 13 when it came out, it didn't appeal to me. Wasn't it 13 they called the last Sabbath album, when Ozzy went back to the band? But just because I've got tapes and CDs, books, and I've got some doubles of their LPs and stuff, because when you're younger you spill beer on them and shit and have to buy clean copies again. So yeah, that's Black Sabbath. Show an album that you blind bought in 2023. So yeah, I picked this up. MX Machine with Manic Panic. This cover is terrible. It's so obnoxious and annoying that I was flicking through the records in my record shop, seen it, flicked right past it. But I went back and had a look at it because it was so annoying, and it was really cheap. So flipped it over, the band there, it's on GWR, and one of the guys was wearing a Motorhead t-shirt. So I paid a couple of quid for it, took it home with me. I can't even remember what it sounds like now, to be honest. I know there's a song on this where they're slagging off poses and shit, like, oh yeah, no glam fags, right? But it's so try hard, and turns out it's even more of a pose than the bands they're slagging off, and that whole scene they were slagging off. I don't know what it was with the boys, why they were so angry. Maybe like their girlfriends were getting banged by guys who listened to Foster Pussycat or something. Who knows? But I can't remember what it sounds like. I'll have to listen to it again. So next one, show a title that you own more on more than one format. You bought in more than one format. So this one, Terminus. It's a Belfast metal band. And Andy, the metal mogul, was showing this in one of his last videos. He's been shaking up his channel and stuff a bit, and doing sort of like live stuff, needle drops, stuff like that. And yeah, when this came out, I bought this on tape, CD. I bought two variants of it in vinyl, which is something I don't usually do. But I was really excited about this album. I like their demos. They put out a demo tape, really good. Some people complain about the vocals on it a wee bit. I never had a problem with the vocals. I think he's got enough character and spirit to carry through. This was the first band he ever sung in. I know some of the guys in this band from playing about locally for years on the metal scene. But you can tell he's gaining confidence from those demos onto this album. And some people just don't like it. I think it's great. But yeah, it's Terminus. It's a great record. All sci-fi sort of lyrics. And this is their debut. They had one out after this as well. This is the Reaper's Spiral. My missus loved this album as well. And we played it an awful lot when it came out. Superb records. Came out in Horror Records. There's a song on here called Fortress Titan. which they go into a little bit of a mid section. There's like a doom feel to it, and it really suits his voice on that. But yeah, good album, great metal album. Terminus, The Reaper's Spiral. Bookworm, show off for release, inspired by literature. So here's the book, The Way of Weird, or The Way of Word. And this obviously was the inspiration for Sabbat's Dreamweaver record. This is the only book that I think I've ever bought off the back of a heavy metal record. It's a great book. It's basically about this Christian missionary who goes into Anglo-Saxon England, pagan heartland of Anglo-Saxon England, and gets his head opened up to a different way of thinking and seeing the world spiritually and stuff. So it's really good. Quite psychedelic read in some parts. I'd say I haven't read it in a long time, but yeah, I really enjoyed the book. And I've watched a few metal tags. I'm surprised nobody's shown this. Not that I've seen it. I'm sure there's somebody has shown it, but it was the first thing that came to my mind. But yeah, Sabbat's Dreamweaver. Really love this album. It's not as good to me as the first one. The first one was always one of my favourite. But it's absolutely amazing record. I love Martin Walker's lyrics. He's a superb lyricist and writer. Alright, that was that. Bookworm. Name a band that you would travel considerable distance to see live. So this is question number 10. I'm going to give the same answer I gave in the last metal tag. There was something like, what band would you like to see live that you haven't seen? And that was Abysmal Grief. This is Funeral Cult of Personalities. This record came out a few years ago now, I think. Another great record by them. And yeah, I wouldn't mind travelling to see these and get on a plane or a boat, go somewhere in Europe, watch them, because I really should get off my ass and go see them live. Although I don't go to many gigs as much anymore for some reason. But yeah, what else we got? Number 11, Sour Grapes. Show a 23 release that you enthusiastically purchased but eventually lost interest in. So I showed this one in my last video. I'm going to go with a Sarathungal record. I wouldn't say I enthusiastically purchased this. It's another Sarathungal record. I love the first three, but I picked this up and it's not that long out, so I'm still getting used to it. But to be honest, at the minute, as I was saying in my last video, I'm finding it hard to even just flip the record over to play the other side because it's not doing it for me. But that could change, as I said in my last video as well. So, what else we got? Number 12. The Golden Child. Name an artist that you feel can do no wrong. I don't know. So I went with El Duce from the Mentors, because he is the Golden Shower Child. So, and let's face it, El Duce set the bar so low that, and he's also passed away, so you can do no more wrong. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who are happy about that. But yeah, this is You Asked For It by Mentors. Lyrical genius, you know what I mean? Yeah. What a, you know, it's, you get caught up in all the controversy and all the PC police and like this cancel culture stuff, and when you get caught in the hysteria of it, you think to yourself, this couldn't get released nowadays. But of course it could, because there's stuff out there that makes the Mentors like sound wholesome, like their Journey or Boston or something like that. But yeah, El Duce is my golden shower child. Yeah, smell my anal vapor. Your face is my toilet paper. Golden showers. Yeah, Mentors, You Asked For It. Great sounding record too. This has a brilliant guitar sound. It's actually quite. The music isn't doomy, obviously, but there's a doomy vibe to the atmosphere on the guitars. I just love the guitar sound on it. And yeah, the Mentors, You Asked For It. overstayed their welcome. Name a band that you wish would have quit when they were ahead. I don't really pay attention. If I'm not into something, I don't, you know, there's bands that I love that have been playing. They've released some of the most amazing music that has really touched me and that I love, and, you know, I've lost interest in. But it doesn't mean to say I want them to quit. I'll have a laugh and a bit of crack with it, but I don't want anybody to quit, right? I'm glad that bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, I have no interest in new music or anything by really. I'll probably lend them an ear when their new records come out, because they meant so much to me when I was younger. But I'm still glad they're out there playing, bringing joy to people and stuff. But in the spirit of the metal tag and answering the fucking question, I'm gonna go with Slave to the Grind by Skid Row. And this is the only album I need for this band, to be honest. I have their first three, and after this it's a shit show. This is an amazing record with great vocals, amazing guitar solos on it, and a brilliant party record. As you can see, I partied this one nearly to death. But yeah, and then they put out this, right, which this has some alright songs on it, but the production and the overall vibe of it's a bit of a downer. And then 3 singers later, and just a whole shit show of a fest, which I feel for the boys at the Skid Row, because what could you do? Like, I mean, if you're travelling with the singer from this band, who's sung on this record, and he's the voice of your band, and you're travelling with him, and you're around him, and you have to be around him long, you'd want to fucking kill him, right? And but yeah, this is the only band, or the only album I need by this band, Slave to the Grind. Great record. Show a band or a release that you bought in 23 as a direct result of watching someone's YouTube channel. So I picked this up this year. This is a Sudden Death record from the 70s. And I'd wanted this in vinyl for a long time. I didn't know it had been reissued in vinyl until I watched Alan from Let's Talk Metal showing it, and I went out straight ahead and bought it. I really like the record. I just wanted to have it on vinyl, so yeah, picked this up. It's brilliant. This has got the singer that used to sing in Stunt Rock on it as well. But really good. Sudden Death. So thank you to Alan at Let's Talk Metal for letting me know that was reissued in vinyl. Shows another ways good album that ends up suffering from being too long. This is question 15, and I was listening to this the other night, Florida Disease by Goatsnake, and I like this album. This gets some brilliant doom stoner stuff on it, great vocals. But the other night, whatever mood I was in the other night, I was listening to this, I was going, please will you fucking stop, when I was playing the second side of it. But generally I really like this record. Just depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes you can feel like it goes on a wee bit. Goatsnake, Florida Disease. Cracking record though. Let's see. Question 16. Show your favourite band t-shirt. I don't wear many heavy metal t-shirts and stuff anymore because I put on so much weight that none of them fit me, so I had to go up into the attic to grab this. This is one I got when I was my cousin gave me this when I was about 12 or something. I wore this thing until it fell apart. It's all yellowed and stinky, and it was in a ball in a bag up in the attic. I can't get rid of it, but it's Dressed to Kill in Chicago by Judas Priest, or Iron Maiden. It's got a great image on it, and then the back of it has Chicago Mutants Rule on it. And he gave me a couple of these shirts. These has got holes and it's all yellow. But yeah, I never had that thing off me when I was younger. Alright. Show or share a band. Share a band, this is question 17. Share a band that has been around for at least 24 years and you think is still strong and incredibly relevant, creatively relevant, right? So I'm gonna go with St. Vitus. Because this is their last record where Rieger's back in the band. Really good. Different drummer obviously. And yeah. This band's more relevant now than ever. And they're certainly bigger than they've ever been. The influence they've had on the doom stoner scene is just immense, and you know that whole scene is bigger than it was ever was when I was younger. So it has to be St. Vitus. It's the only thing I could think of. I find Chandler's a real inspiration because he stuck to his guns, and his guitar playing has his own character. Not a lot of people can say that, and kept going, and yeah, it's Vitus, massive influence, far more relevant now than they ever were, and as I say, bigger than they ever were, as is doom metal and stoner. So yeah, St. Vitus. I think it's the last one, is it? No. Share your favourite band mascot. So there's going to be a lot of Eddies in this, a lot of Motorhead, the War Pig Snaggletooth, which is amazing. But I'm going to go with Rigor Mortis, that shotgun blasted skull with the long hair. It's just a brilliant piece of art. Absolutely love that logo, or that mascot, if you will. Yeah, Rigor Mortis, the shotgun skull thingy, majobby. Show an album. This is last question. Show an album from a metal band that others may not consider metal. I'm going to go with this. A record that I really love. It's Mighty Sphincter. Excuse me. So this is the New Manson Family. A brilliant record. I've loved this since later on in the 90s. I've never met anybody that likes this record, which is disappointing. So if you do and you're out there, please say hello and talk about Mighty Sphincter with me, please. But yeah, New Manson Family. So this is more of a death rock sort of thing, but this has a heavy metal soul and heavy metal spirit. Brilliant, nasty, dark, creepy, funny, and fun record. Yeah, Mighty Sphincter. So that'll do it. That's my metal tag for 24. I don't know when I'll catch you again. Hopefully, maybe next week I'll probably show some stuff I'll be listening to or whatever. But until then, all the best and see you later. Bye.